Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to my basement. We're going to be doing a picking a BrickLink Lego order here. We're in the BrickLink store. I've recently added more drawers. They're down here on the end. Let me see if I can show you. Right there. I don't know, it's terrible camera work. We don't worry about that. But anyway, we're going to be doing this for Seaplane at Builder's Cavern. Placed an order. It's got 49 lots, so that's a lot of lots. I did get the question on a previous video, what's a lot? And that's not what is a lot, like a lot of something. It's like, what's the definition of the word lot as it relates to BrickLink? And a lot, there I go, Mr. Haney again, sorry. A lot is basically an item, but a lot can be a part, it can be a set, it can be a catalog, it can be an instruction manual, a sticker, a minifigure, a used piece, but like this drawer right here, drawer 616, is a lot of, I don't know, those little wedge plates there. I don't know. So we're going to go through and pick his order. I'll do this really quick. You're not going to watch me count. I'll just go to the drawers and then I'll show you the final product. First drawer, 225, he got 10 dog bones. Next drawer, 253, he got 10 reddish brown slopes. Ooh. 606, 606, what is 606? Where is it? Oh, I can't bend down. Ooh, it's these black curved modified bricks. And he got 10 of those. And guess how many he's getting of these 2x2 corner slopes? You guessed it right. He's getting 10. And he's going to break the pattern. We're only getting 5 of these. Next drawer, 757. He's getting 3 of these. And I wonder if he only got 3 because that's all I had. Ooh, trans green. I love this color. How many did he get? You guessed it, 10. 2 of these, and that's all I got. 1438. Oh, he's going to break the pattern. He's going to get 20 of these. So I realize this Pablo is going to quickly get boring if all I do is say how many pieces he's getting of each item. Let's talk about what's essential these days. You need to have your liquor, that's for sure. So I hope all of y'all are doing well. I'm trying not to make light of the times that we're in, but it's crazy times, that's for sure. And here, I live in the state of Georgia, as most of you that have watched for a long time know. I live in Georgia, just north of Atlanta, and coming very soon, in the next day or so, I think April 3rd, they're going to start the statewide lockdown, shutdown, shelter-in-place thing, so all non-essential activities. But, of course, you know, Lego is an essential activity, so we're good there, right? So when all this first broke out, I did close the store. And I must say that while I did close it for a short while, we got it back opened. Sales have been pretty brisk. It's kind of surprising. I guess it's because so many people are at home. I know I've even placed a couple of orders myself. So, yeah. How's it been for you? Have you been buying more Lego from BrickLink and eBay and Lego during this time? So, I mean, that's a good thing for if you're a seller. And I guess if you're a buyer, you got more time to do stuff. But hopefully you got time to get food and toilet paper, that kind of stuff too. Yeah, so, and I'm one of those that work in what is considered an essential job. I'm actually in the communications business, and as far as communication goes, it is, since they did away with FAA circuits, I don't think there are many Federal Aviation Administration circuits that we maintain anymore. The highest priority thing that we work on is what I work on, so that's pretty big. So I actually did go to work today, and I mean normal hours, and got home, and then I had to turn around and go back to work. But fortunately it was something that was quickly resolved. And thank you, Builder's Cavern, for getting quantities of 10. That makes it so much easier to count. So I have to drive a lot at work. So the style of video that works for me, now he didn't order all of these. There must be somebody else bought some of these. The style of video that works best for me is one that's kind of like the podcast style where the visuals aren't as important. So I do like listening to the various podcasts related to Lego. So yeah, make some of those for me. Because if you're making a video showing something, I can't really watch it. I just like to listen. I just like to put it on and listen like I'm listening to the radio when I'm driving down the road. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's been more videos. Maybe I'm just not subscribed to enough people. It seems like I've not seen as many new videos lately with everybody being cooped up at home. What is your experience? Have you been catching up more? I guess, I don't know, maybe more people are doing live streams where they hang out together. And those are the kind that I don't usually listen to when I'm driving down the road because I can't participate when I'm doing that. 39. Right there. Oh, his drawer is almost full. Need to sell more of those. So this style of brick right here, yeah, there's a different version of this, and this is actually the style of brick I need in black for the Death Star. But I've placed orders for this style of brick from people, and they send me the other style that's got the little piece to the side. How are you with counterparts? Do you care sometimes if the part isn't the exact mold as it is listed? Because to be honest, it is hard to keep up with, and some have so many varieties. Sometimes they have a variety, and I don't realize there's a different variety. I just stopped worrying about it, but I did want to get this part in the right piece for the Death Star I'm building, even though it structurally does not matter to the build. I think this conversation is going to sound disjointed because when I film in jerks and stops and whatever, I tend to forget what I was just talking about. What was I talking about? 3967. So used to when I'd get to the numbers this high, I knew I was getting close, but not anymore. Oh, look at this. Guess how many he got? 10. Ha ha ha. That wasn't 10. So we're getting right along with this. Wrong drawer. Oh, there we go. Got 2 of those. Right along with this order. I got kind of things separated in bags. This is not normally the way I do it, but when I do Pablos, I get takes me a little longer to do oh, I just dropped that piece. Sorry about that. It landed okay. It's not broken or scratched, so we should be good. But yeah, it takes a little longer to pick orders doing Pablos. But what I've been thinking, and he got all of these, 4211. Oh, I was on the right. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be over here. With the state of Georgia going to be doing the lockdown, I probably could justify going to the post office. I also could probably use my papers I have to justify going out. 41, 11, 12, and 13. But I'm thinking I'm going to close the store. I don't really want to because sales have been good and I do enjoy clearing out some of this stuff. And my wife does have the time to pick the orders. It's just I said, well, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I did get 5 orders today, and some of them are pretty big. And I'm thinking maybe this is non-essential. Should I close the store? Should I leave it open? I mean, I could have the mail guy just pick it up here. We usually do drop it off at our post office to support the post office because they get credit for stuff when I ship it from that. But I could change the address, and no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to ship from home. That opens up another can of worms. 44.55. So yeah, I had told my wife I was going to close the store. I haven't closed it as I'm filming this. By the time you watch it, the store might be closed, but I'm strongly leaning towards that. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that BrickLink is your primary source of income, and that's not what I'm talking about. It's not my primary source. It does help greatly with expenses and stuff, but I can survive on my so-called real job. Okay, so we've run into our first problem, and I bet you I know what's happened here. I was talking about the similar parts, and I have these listed as 255, and it's probably from the time I didn't realize there were two different molds. So he actually doesn't have enough, and some of them are the wrong piece. And there's only 23 in here, and there's supposed to be 25. So now I got to look at this other counterpart to see if I can find them. Drawer that's got the similar part. Now I honestly tried to separate them, but when you're putting stuff up, sometimes they look alike. And I don't know. I do not know. Oh boy. Alright, so I only got 20 of the one that's the actual mold that he bought. The part 2555. These might actually be two different molds. I don't know. I did kind of go through it real quick. I did not see any of the 2555s in here. So what I'm going to do is, since there is a price difference, these are cheaper than those. So I'm going to refund you for the 5 that you're missing, but I'm also going to include these 5. But I'm going to refund you the price of those. $46.30. I got to count these. It's supposed to be 26 of these. So while I'm thinking of it, because I know I'll forget as soon as I go to the next drawer, how do you feel about it with parts that have different molds? Some of them, there could be 4 or 5 different varieties over the years. It used to be like with the jumper bricks, you had the groove or no groove. Cones had groove or no groove, that type of thing. But it's gotten more complicated. Now you got axle holders, stud holders, holes on the stud, recessed studs. I think most of the variations are minor. And interestingly, sometimes the modern equivalent is more expensive than the older one. So sometimes vintage pieces are actually cheaper than their modern equivalent. But in the cases like the one we had here, the older style was more expensive. And I think they do still put that one in new sets. Or maybe it's not been that long since they used it. But I really hate varieties of parts when there's a lot of them, and it's sometimes the one that's most frustrating is if you're parting out a set and it has 2 different molds of the same part. In those cases, I'm like, I'm not worrying about it. If anybody cares, they'll tell me. But I don't think I've ever had anybody complain about the mold. I've only had people, not mold like it's moldy, the molding of a part. So tell me what you think. How should you handle it? I do see people that do put disclaimers that they don't differentiate on certain parts if it's got an A, B, and C and D variety. I do try to have the correct part, but just as we found today, I do make mistakes. And when I'm ordering from people and I am looking for a particular mold, I don't complain if it's not the mold unless it's a vintage part where it's clearly different. For instance, if I order a 12-volt motor that's rare and they got it listed as 12 volt, but they send me a 4.5 volt, I don't like that. But I learned after the first time that happened, I always ask, is it got the yellow 12 logo or the red 4 logo? Then I make sure I get the right part. And I've seen people that have the one that's listed 4 or 5 times the price, and I said, is this got the 12? And they said, no, it's got a 4. And I'm like, okay, that's a 4, not a 12. We're to the news section that I added, and I really do wish I had these in sequence with the others, but that's a problem for another day. And I do like putting, on these Tafco containers, I do like putting the labels on the side instead of here. It is easier, especially when stuff's lower to the ground, to see them. And I noticed I did handwritten ones instead of the printed ones. Oh, and by the way, those are Tafco containers. Where do you get them? HomeDepot.com. Somebody asked me that in a video, and I think I shared the link of where I got it. $48.61. Got 10 of these. I caught it. It was 20, not 10. So I think that's the danger in doing Pablos, is that I might count wrong or even grab the wrong part if I'm talking and doing the Pablo. So I really do have to be careful. And a totally unrelated note, I always use the rear-facing camera. So sometimes I may not be in the frame. I don't use a selfie stick, and I never use the front-facing camera on my phone. I just don't like it. It's better quality now on these iPhone, what is this, a 10 Max or something, but the rear facing camera always is better in the light, although I'm probably got an orangish tint to me right now. I don't know if it's because of this green shirt, but yeah. You know, if you use the front facing camera, well, whether you use the rear facing camera or the front facing camera, I think the front facing one is the one most likely to give a bad picture quality because people put their face up to it. Like, I can't show you because I'm holding the phone, but when you put your face, like when you're answering a call, you get oils and stuff over the lens. It can affect the picture quality. I'm jumping all over the place with the content. Oh, he got all these studs. You're now officially a stud. Seaplane at Builder's Cavern. I hope there's 49 here. $49.84. Got all 5 of those. Also, while I'm here, I'll get 5,017. Oh, look at that lonely part right there. Stuff's starting to pile up again. I gotta do something with those sets. Gotta do something with those papers. There's a vacuum cleaner. But you gotta put the hammer down on doing some work down here. Did you catch the pun? 9,014. Oh, good thing he ordered some of these. This drawer was getting full. Reddish brown plates. Oh, dropped another one. All right, you got 50 of those. Oh, now we're to the Jenga boxes. K21. Right there. Jenga. Oh, messed up. It's those, by the way. N4. Jenga. 2 of these. Ooh, got a lot of those. That box is almost full. We are almost done. Finally. P9. These boxes are all different sizes. Bad idea, mixing different size boxes together. I probably should put the labels on the top of these. Sometimes it's hard to see what these are, but this is actually box Z22. Alright, you got cup 38. I want to show you all this. Oh, wait a minute, not this cup. See if we got any more cups. Okay, no more cups. This is cup. I don't know why I wrote on there cup. I could have just put 50. But then I had to distinguish it from the regular 50, so I put cup. But look what I did with this one. It's order 66. It's my favorite container. In these drawers, you have to be careful. I'm using these trays, not drawers, the trays. And what I do is I try to put parts that aren't similar or that can be easily mixed up together in these, because there's 19 different slots and it would be easy to pick the wrong one because I don't label the slots, I just label the tray. Yeah, and they're easy to drop too. He's got these. So like the other one, these are the 255. These are 19 cents each, and they are the correct ones. The modern one is, these are the old ones, not the modern equivalents. There's 2 different varieties. There's 3 total varieties, but there's 2 modern varieties, and it's neither one of those. So that's good. Oh, it's a mess. I got to seal all this up now. Some of these bags aren't closed because I did group some parts of the same color family or things like that together, but it shouldn't be too difficult to separate once he gets it. Oh, man. I hate that number. So these first class orders always have to check the weight. So this one is now going to go in a priority mail. What am I talking about? This was priority mail anyway. And that's why. All right, so yeah, that was priority mail. And that, it probably automatically got calculated that way when Seaplane checked out. But thank you for the order, and I hope you enjoyed the Pablo. And I will refund you the price of the missing parts and include the substituted parts just in case. Yeah, so I made a few mistakes along the way. He may find some more when he gets out. Oh, I did forget one thing. I think I'll include a signed brick, so I got to open the envelope. So there will be tape on your envelope. That's because I'm opening it back up to put a signed brick. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing well out there in the world today. I hope you're staying safe, staying clean, protecting your loved ones. And I hope to see you again soon in upcoming videos. And I am tired, but I am good. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel by viewing. Thank you by supporting the channel by buying from the BrickLink store. But if it's closed, just please understand, be patient. It's probably for the best right now for me. But if you have a BrickLink store and you need that income, do what you need to do. Feed your family. See you guys in the next one. I'm Jabbo, channel's BrickTsar.